Hello, everybody. I am back from my trip up into Boston for Fan Expo. I am incredibly exhausted. I'm recording this at 11 p.m. I would normally not be recording this late, but I tried to record this with Smash footage, and I just got my ass beat, and I got angry and got off, so I decided I'll do live comm on COD. Okay, we're getting melted by that guy with an M4. Right then. Yeah, if I seem a little groggy, it's because I'm tired and body's trying to tell me to go to sleep, but I at least want to record this, depending on whether or not, because depending on when this goes up, it'll basically signify whether or not I edit the video that's supposed to be going up on the day that this is not going up, essentially. But yeah, I went to Fan Expo Boston. I had a lot of fun with my friendings. It was definitely something different than last year. It was a lot. I would say it was a little, I don't want to say it was a lot more financially easy to do, but I still am like not financially great. It's just I'm just glad I was able to not worry about. I was just happy I was able to basically spend some money on things I actually wanted instead of things I needed. For once, I won't tell everything that happened there, but I will link in the description a bunch of Twitter thread of a bunch of photos. And some I might include in videos later on with my face censored. Not because I don't want my face. Do you guys see my face? I am not that. I literally do not care. It's just for the sake of videos I don't like putting my face in it. Because, at least intentionally, and have that be the focus of the video. But maybe I'll put it in a video. I don't know. But it was very fun. I got to do a bunch of stuff with my friends. It was just more or less fun just hanging out with my friends. It was less about the convention and more about getting out of the house and doing something fun. At least for me. Because the way I saw it wasn't necessarily a really big convention. There weren't a lot of guests. We ended up seeing the Room for the first time, which was very, very fun and worth it. I haven't seen it, and it was very good, very funny. Not the best movie I've ever seen in the world. It was a bad movie, but it was fun to watch. While we were in our hotel, we did actually watch Mona. Highly recommended. It's on Netflix. It's a very good movie. We also did watch a bunch of stuff. A bunch of random YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like our usual shenanigans that we do. But to talk about some things that I did get to do, I got to meet 3 VAs that mean a lot to me for different reasons. One is I got to meet the voice actor for everyone's favorite Freddy Fazbear from basically Sister Location and onward, Kellen Goff, which was very fun. It was a pleasure to meet him. I got a little signed print from him, which is great. I was very, very happy for that, because I look up to Kellen. He's part of the reason why I still have some motivation to do some form of VA work. Maybe not to the point of, like, that degree, but I do like to do it, and I want to do it. It is something I have an interest in. Oh dear. Who and where? This is a map from COD 4, right? Why do I not know this map? Why do I not know this map at all? Why this map doesn't feel familiar. Because I played a decent amount of COD 4 maps. It's one of the ones that was like in. It was one of those ones that. Oh wait, no, I know this map. I hated this map in COD 4. I'm going off track. I'm sorry. That was really fun. That was on day 2. Day 1 was basically us sort of scouting stuff out in terms of what we wanted to buy and if we wanted to buy anything. I did actually get a couple goodies. I got a Doctor Who mystery box, which is very, very fun. Got a bunch of different stuff. I have a 5th Doctor screwdriver now, which is very fun. I'm not a huge classic Who fan, but I do want to get into it. We also ended up going, obviously, like I said, to the room not long after. We watched a bunch of movies, kind of chilled out. But the other major thing that we did was... Or actually, it wasn't really a major thing that we did, but we did actually play quite a few games of Smash of me practicing, because I actually will say I've been very interested in playing Smash again. Maybe not competitively, but at least enough that I do want to get better. I've locked quite a few characters since the last time, so the next time we do a Smash video with myself and Evie, whether that be online or in person or just 1v1s against each other, it will be a lot more characters for me to choose from that I can get my ass beat as. But in terms of other things we did on day 2, like I said, I met Kellen. We got our mystery box stuff that we did, and then we kind of just vibed, watched Nimona, had fun. Day 3 was really when stuff started to pick up. It was we sort of decided to go and do our own thing once we were able to. And that was when I met 2 VAs that, for me, are probably the reason why I've gotten into certain things recently. The first one was Brandon Rogers, who, if you don't know who he is one of the lead voice actors in Hell of a Boss and voices Blitz. And he's not my favorite character in Hell of a, but he is, like, he's a character I like a lot, and I think he's probably one of my favorite. He probably is one of my favorite characters in the show, if not my favorite. But it's hard to sort of beat Luna, so at least for me. But yeah, it was fun meeting him. He was super nice. Every single person I met there was super nice. Every single person I interacted with was super nice. I do have a story to tell. A couple stories, little mini stories to tell. Maybe I'll keep them in for separate videos or otherwise. Probably won't, to be honest, because they're all kind of short, but after meeting Brandon Rogers, I immediately hopped in line to meet someone very special for me because of who they play. And that is, I met the voice actor of Joker from Persona 5, which for me, if you don't count Pokemon, was technically my first ever JRPG, and also my foray into... It was my new foray into anime again, because he was the Persona 5 anime was my first foray into an anime after basically being on a hiatus and only basically after not watching anything and basically being a Dragon Ball fanboy, or now fangirl, for as long as I have, and it was fun because it was a pleasure to meet all 3 of them. And while I don't think they'll watch this, it was genuinely really nice to meet them, and they're all very friendly, and it was so good. There were other VAs there that I wanted to meet too, but with how limited money was, and I basically set myself a budget of so much money, but I basically decided if there was going to be only 3, I was going to meet 3 that meant more to me, and from franchises I liked more than characters that I do want to meet for the sake of they're older and I don't want to miss my opportunity type thing, which I know sounds mean to say, but I would rather have that be a thing where I could pay to see them in a one-on-one than have it be in a line of people where it's very quick and one and done, and I can, and maybe not necessarily talk to them, but it would be a little bit more of basically the way the photo ops work is like the VA alley, I like to call it, or like the VA section, and then there's like actual photo ops you can get with one-on-one where it is just you and them, and it's professionally taken basically. I have one with Ron Perlman, who is the voice of Optimus Primal. He's in a lot. If you don't know who Ron Perlman is, he's in a lot. Just look him up. You'll probably recognize him from something you may have seen before. For Call of Duty fans, he plays Finn. Sorry, not Flynn. He plays, I think his name's Finn? Floyd. No, his name's Floyd. I'm remembering my name's wrong. He plays Floyd from Shadows of Evil. He also, I think, he also is the narrator from New Vegas. So that's another thing. But, yeah, I would rather have it be something like that where I'm meeting them one-on-one at the professionally taken photo rather than it be like in an alley, like in the VA alley section, and stuff like that. But, there were other VAs there. There was the three leads of Clone Wars, Matt Lanter, Ashley Eckstein, and James Arnold Taylor. So the VAs for Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Anakin. There was also Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime. I could not do that voice justice if I wanted to, but I've been getting into Transformers a lot recently, and I really wish I met him. Like, if I had to take 1% of the list, if I had to take 1% of the list and swap Peter Cullen, it would have been Brandon, but I hate to say it. For me, Hell of has been a lot more of a connecting thing for me, in terms of some extra friends that I've made. Which isn't to say I don't like Transformers at all. I do love it. But it's just too new of a thing that I've gotten into, so that's more or less the reason why. Maybe if he's available next year, I will go see him. There was also the VAs for a bunch of different anime. There was, I would probably guess off the top of my head, but there was Zach Aguilar, I think his name is. Zachary Levi. Forgive me if I'm either butchering names or getting names wrong. But there was the entire trio from Spy Family. There was the voice actor for Dora the Explorer, voice actor for Naruto. Hayden Christensen was there. He was somebody I really wanted to meet, but unfortunately just mixture of his photo op sold out and also apparently he had issues with his flight, so I would have felt bad. I would have felt very upset if things didn't work out that way, so I'm kind of glad it didn't. But also I feel very sorry for Hayden because flights, I've heard, are a pain once something goes wrong with them. Okay. Also Charles Martinet and the other the three big VAs from Mario. Peach's VA and Peach and Toad's VA and Bowser's VA were also there. Not from the movie, from the games. I got to hear when I was in line for Xander, because it was basically Charles, Bowser, and Peach all in line, and then Xander right next to them. So when I was in line, I heard Peach doing her Toad voice, and I was like, huh? I completely caught off guard when I heard that. It was very funny. But yeah, it was very fun to meet a lot of people. Danny Trejo was there. I really wanted to meet him, but mixture of just, again, money, because he was probably the most expensive person there, next to Peter Cullen and Hayden. But there were so many people there that I would have loved to have met, and money willing, I would have met them all. Money and time willing, I would have met them all. I'm not gonna pull up the full guest list, but David Kay was there as well. Also the Monica Ryle, the voice of Froppy. Obviously they're all English VAs for the characters that I named from anime. Voice of Froppy, Bulma. Like, you can literally look up the VAs and you'll know who they play. But you can easily look at the Fan Expo Boston 2023 guest list. And you could see all the people that were there. Bunch of different artists, bunch of different, like, stuff like that. I did get quite a bit of stuff. I got 2 shirts from the Shark Robot vendor, which was great. Got to talk with them, and it was very fun talking to Shark Robot. Because it was an actual official vendor. It wasn't like a third-party vendor working with them. It was an official vendor. I did get commissioned art, which you may not see on the channel, just because I don't want to do it without like any form of commercial rights or anything, but I will at least post it in the community tab. I will at least post in the community tab. You will also see it on Twitter, most likely as a profile picture. But I also got, like I said, I got Doctor Who Mystery Box. I did get a huge Doctor Who painted caricatures type thing. Or something of characters. I'll probably, if I remember to, I'll put it up on screen again. You can look at the Twitter thread. If I don't. But I did get that. Obviously, I got autographs of Blitz, Joker, and Moon. Because Moon is... Unfortunately, there was no Eclipse prints. And I didn't want to be basically have Freddy or, like, Funtime Freddy or Rockstar. Or, Glamrock Freddy. So, like, I'll go with Moon, because it's probably the closest to Eclipse that I'll get. Because they're out of Sun and Moon. They were out of the duo Sun and Moon prints, and there was no Eclipse prints, obviously, because Ruin came out not too long ago. But, yeah, it was fun. I always love going out and doing stuff like that. It's just, financially, it's a bit of a pain because of work, sometimes being bad. But thankfully, the job I have, I actually like going to, and I've been getting paid very nicely. So that's always a good thing. But if you are willing to want to help me out, maybe not necessarily because I'm poor, but if you do want to help me out by supporting me in a more personal way, or you want to see me do content of some kind, or what have you, if you feel like being kind enough that you do want to support me, there is the Ko-fi link in the description. I don't have any sort of goal right now. All my goals sort of kind of paid off, but it's like if you're willing to, if you want to make a donation to me, I will gladly accept anything. They're always, again, entirely optional. It's the thing I like to make very sure is they are entirely optional. Do not feel forced to make a donation. Do not feel obligated to because you like my content. It's more or less a thing of, hey, you like the content, you want to support me, you want to see this funny trans girl do some funny video game that you want. Do it that way. It's not saying that you'll get weighted chances of getting your game picked or whatever. It's just, hey, if you donate money to see a certain game played, I actually, and you managed to intrigue me with it, I'll probably do it. I'm not saying, again, it weighs your chances. This basically means that it'll get my eyes on something. If that makes sense. But, yeah. I got nothing really much else to say. Other than just, like, again, if you want to see pictures from the event with my face in them. Again, reminder, my face is in them. Check the Twitter. There's a thread to a Twitter. There's a link to a Twitter thread in the pinned comment as well as in the description. If I remember to do either, they should be there. Yeah, and you can go check out all those photos. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this, leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'm gonna go continue to try and grind out this event because I have just getting home. So, yeah, I need to do all these things here. So I'm probably gonna try and go for the long stretch of the battle royale since it's the hardest thing. But yeah, I'll see you guys next to the other live streamers that I make. Alright, everybody, stay safe. And, be good people. Because, yeah, from what I've basically heard a lot of from people recently while I was off on Twitter was a lot of drama happened. And I'm glad I wasn't there to see it because I would not have liked that. At all. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time and have a good day, buddy. Also got a Zoroark plushie. It's very cute and small.